All right. My guest today on Caribbeana is Mr. Curtis Marcellin, and he is from Trinidad, the central part of Trinidad, I would imagine. Um, I have happened to know him through his work on the monks and Benedict, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But Curtis, welcome, man.
Nice to be here, everyone.
Well,
Let me
yes.
congratulate you on the great work you've been doing out in Washington there.
Well, gotta keep trying. It's about
Lifetime
46 years.
award for you, sir.
Yeah. You come from Marcellin. Your father was Manu Marcellin, right? Give me a little
That's
sense of your history. Who are you? What you to describe yourself to people and so on.
All right, well, I am Curtis Marcellin. Music is in my blood. I am the third child of Manu. Manu was a veteran band leader through the 60s, 70s, 80s in Trinidad. And though I had no formal musical training, I was drafted into Manu's band while still a Form 6 student at Fatima College. And that is really where my music career really started.
Right.
I was a very good soccer player, and on leaving school I had a choice to make: music or football.
Right.
And well, I choose the former. I choose the music, and never look back, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it all started, and that's
Right.
back in we're talking here 1977.
Right. So have you played with big bands like your father's bands or anything like that?
Well, I played with his band, which was the biggest of bands.
Right.
And I suppose being so, he was really my role model, and I generally followed life after that, following his model, balancing music and a career. My training is in computers. I was a programmer.
Right.
But I always had music, but more or less as a sideline. As such, what I after Manu stopped playing, he passed the band on to me. So I really started leading his band in the last years of his band. He carried on his team. And then I had a few garage bands of my own after that. So I never really joined anybody else's band. I always had my own Assam performing throughout the 80s, whether it was in the disco era, where I was doing the GB circuit and the Atlantis. I did the hotel circuit, Hilton, Normandy, Bel Air, etc. I always had a group performing consistently through the 80s, the 90s, etc.
Right. Fascinating, man. I don't think that the young generation are aware of the dynamism of the music like your father's band, Manu Marcellin, Frankie Francis, and all of those guys.
I thank God that I had that opportunity. I mean, to sit on the stage with Manu, with Frankie Francis, with Johnny Gomez, invaluable experience.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I'm not a music maker or anything. I mean, my grandfather was a music man. He was the band leader of the police band. But I just had a love for music and had a passion to pick and to decide and that sort of thing. And I used that skill in radio. So I mean, I understand what you're talking about. But what was fascinating is when I found you on the Monks and Benedict, doing music. Where did you, tell us about that.
I am on a kind of unbelievable journey here right now. I was never a church musician. I was always in the dance hall, in the ballroom, in the club, or whatever.
Right.
But life changed. When Daddy was diagnosed with cancer in 2015, life took a different dimension for me.
Okay.
And it guided me up to the mountains.
Right.
In Trinidad, I don't know, you've been out a long time, but in Trinidad, whenever water more than flower, any Trinidadian, regardless of race, creed, religion,
Yeah.
make their way to Mount St. Benedict.
Right.
So I made my way there,
Uh,
to make my peace with the Lord. And
yeah, yeah.
I've been a fixture there every day at Mass, not playing at Mass,
Right, right, right,
since 2015, every
right,
morning.
right, right. Yeah.
And the way things will go, that divine hand would guide it in
Yeah.
2020.
Yes.
January 2020, I was asked to move from where I used to sit in the last seat in the church in the abbey.
Right,
I
right.
was asked to move from the last seat to the first seat on the altar. And yeah, I did it. I reluctantly, but I was kind of coaxed and thing, and I started to play there in January 2020.
Right,
And I
right.
play there now every morning, Monday to Saturday. For the last week, I celebrated 3 years being there last Saturday actually.
Fantastic, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and the journey, as I say, I just go with the spirit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an incredible journey, really.
Yeah, it's a fascinating.
Unplanned, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's a fascinating place, eh? I mean,
it is.
yeah, as a young kid, I did retreats up on the mount, and I mean, the manifestation that came into me, man, it's just unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It is. And then when I started in 2020, if you remember, that was the genesis of COVID.
Right.
So then all
Okay.
churches were closed,
Okay.
and I introduced them on the mount to streaming.
Okay.
So in addition to playing, I also run the streaming station up at the mount where we
Right.
stream all the services. Sometimes you see me playing and streaming,
Right, right.
right. And the direction we are hoping that we can get a license and really take the streaming station to a different level.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Well, with the way computers are and technology is today, I mean, that's nothing. It's something that is possible. It could work.
Yes, it's no big yeah.
Right.
Quite achievable. Yeah.
Right. Now you play with another fellow by the name of Chow, right? Alvin Chow.
Alfred.
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. Yeah.
Yeah.
He accompanies me on the pan, and he has his own story there.
Right.
But yeah, and there's a lot of stories, but I'll just come to cut to the chase here. The day before I got the call to play on the mount,
Right.
I met Chow in a music store.
Uh-huh.
We didn't know each other. We did
wow.
not know each other.
Wow.
We did not know each other.
Yeah.
And when the night Albert called me and asked me, he told me, I have a panelist who also comes to church, and I will train you with him and see if you all could help us out and put some music together.
Right.
And I mean, you look at these services every morning. It's not a crowded abbey. So you kind of know everybody who is in church every day. And I'm studying who in that church is a pan man. I try to picture who in that church is a pan man, Not knowing that this shiny boy who I just met the day before is a pan man. And boy, well, we love it. Two families are in love now. We really like family now. It's been a love relationship since January 2020 and now, He's at my home, I'm at his home. It's really incredible love story going on there.
Yeah, man, that's fantastic, man. I mean, my wife looks at it every day. I mean, I look at it when I can, but I also, the Abbot helped me out in doing some research. I'm writing my autobiography, and I had a relationship with a monk, Monk Basil Matthews. And the Abbot was able to give me the information, what I really needed, man. Because he was a monk up there too.
Right.
But he moved to the U.S. and he did a lot of work with footballers and so on. So it was just.
I know the name, Don Basil.
Don Basil Matthews, yeah. And the information was just right on time, man. So I gotta thank. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And also, born out of that relationship there, Alfred and I produced this book of music where we now have our own community music for the Roman Catholic Mass, all the pieces. So we did this last year.
So give us, where can people get access to all of this? If it's email, internet?
My website is curtismarcellin.com. Simple. And if you go to curtismarcellin.com, it will take you to what is the mount or what is my music, my personal stuff or whatever.
Right. Now, you just released a CD this year. Tell us about it. It's nice, man. But tell us, I mean, the origins of it.
2022 has been a little. I'm sitting in my studio here now. And
Yes.
I more or less live here. When I leave church in the morning, this is where I am for most of the day. And I produced and released over 14 songs for 2022.
Wow.
I would like to think I am musically fit right now. This year is 11 pieces. And
Right.
after this, I release a praise and worship piece, Here I Am, Lord.
Yes.
And I just did Stage on Fire.
Right. Right.
That's the next story, crazy. After doing all of this here to come and drop Stage on Fire.
Yes.
And I am now finishing another religious piece that I will release on Ash Wednesday, a praise and worship piece called
Right.
Dewey.
Right.
So I've just been doing stuff. The Stage on Fire, which you're referring to, is my contribution to what Trinidad is calling the mother of all carnivals.
Right. Right.
Right?
Right. Right.
And I was still in production mode here. I remember I was doing the Lord have the Lamb of God.
Yes.
And I don't know if it happens with you, but the creativity flows at 2:30 in the morning. Somehow that's the time, 2:30.
Yeah.
So I come down into the studio at 2:30 to finish my Lamb of God, you know what I'm doing? Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world. All I'm hearing on is fire, 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 fire. So, what the hell is going on here?
Right.
And I sink myself into the emotion that every Trinidadian is going to have for this carnival. The anxiety, they can't wait, they're going to roll in the car and get on board.
Right.
Sank myself into that mood, and that song just flowed like water out of me. I mean, that's probably the quickest piece of music I ever written.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We love it, man. Yeah.
And so I didn't sit down to write a fan song. And
Right.
everybody's saying it's a fan song. It was just me expressing, releasing whatever was in me at the moment.
Right.
But yeah, that's what came on.
Yeah, man.
That's Stage on Fire.
Yeah. Well, we certainly featured again here on Caribbeana, you know. Well, listen, man. What's for the future?
Who knows? You know, as I said, I'm coming out of a year, 2022, where I did, as I said, about 14 pieces. Am I going to slow down? Am I going to keep pumping it? I really don't know. Take it day by day.
Right.
The focus here now is on the Stage on Fire. What sort of impact it will have on the festival. I'm hoping that one of the major band sides will make an announcement soon. They've been rehearsing it, they've been playing it.
Right.
An official announcement that they are going to do with it, and that will be mission accomplished if they would play that as their panorama piece.
Right. Yeah.
As I said, after the fire cools down on Ash Wednesday, I intend to cool that down with Dewey, which is a religious piece.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is going to kick me off into 2023, and as I say, I wait on the master above to take the way forward.
Right.
You know, I appreciate support that you give me and that I've been getting from others on the journey. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. You're welcome, man. Well, listen, it was nice talking to you, and I look forward to further chats, sir, as we continue our process here. So you be well. Any last thing you'd like to leave with us?
Just support the fire. The fire is burning, the Stage on Fire is there, and that's the focus here now. And as I say, Ash Wednesday, we change the direction. But yeah, wishing you two all the best. A beautiful wife, tell her hello for me. And keep doing the good work you're doing out there in Washington.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.
Bye. I've been speaking with Curtis Marcellin, a musician from Trinidad, just releasing a song called Stage on Fire. This is Ron Martin. Caribbeana continues.